Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome to episode 5 of Surviving the Abyss. I have made it to 162 research points as I played a bit off screen. And with that, I'm now able to unlock tier 2 of the research. So let's have a look at what tier 2 research is going to bring. It's going to unlock all the research for all text in this tier. That's really good. So you don't have to do this per category, you can do it with everything. So what's this going to give me? The blast extractor. Used to collect building materials from large deposits. They're fast, but inefficient. Okay. Air quality is of course quite bad. Does this mean that they are better or worse than? This is also large deposits. It's 1 per 40 seconds. This is 1 per 25 seconds, but your chance of a successful mine drops. It's the only building that we have found in this part in resources. Power. Coal efficiency upgrade. Really nice. Coal power generator upgrade. 20% more power. 40% less coal. You can also start the oil drill. Place more than one drill in an oil field to reveal where the highest quantity of oil can be harvested from. Okay. We got the biomass generator in order to use the biomass from a habitat to generate juice. Beyond that, upgrades and an oil well. Very good. Life support wise, what are we getting? The advanced oxygen generator generates substantial oxygen quantities. All buildings with crew will require oxygen. Yes, of course they will, but it also requires copper. Yeah, I don't have that. We are generating 22 oxygen with that, as opposed to, what's the basic one? What is the basic one? 8. 8 to 22 is quite the jump. But we do need to find copper first somewhere before we're able to build all of these fancy new buildings. You also got the advanced O2 output upgrade, which is going to give it probably 20%. Nutritional paste production produces large amounts of low quality food, low crew, and power requirements. So it's really quite efficient, 1 every 5 seconds. Molecular protein lab is generating high quality food at high power cost. Of course, this thing, since we're actually eating protein, it requires a deposit of food, aka a habitat. What else? Population, modern living quarters, a safe haven with more home comforts in the depths of the ocean. So, probably going to make my crew happier with me by doing that. Oh, by the way, I've unlocked the mess hall and built that. Physical maintenance center. Group calisthenics provide mental as well as physical benefits. Most likely another building that's going to help me with my requirements to keep the crew happy. Exploration, we get submarine command. Automates building repairs and allows exploration submarines to be sent on expeditions within its area of effect. But we can already send exploration submarines on expeditions. Maybe it's just to take some automation or to take some manual labor off your hands, like building repairs. And when it comes to genes, we have a lot of new research for the genetics. Standard research lab, increase research division output and 2 slots for research modules, so it's a bigger building. 50 research data per day, that's a lot. You get less mutation for generalists, you can get another genome slot. Fauna capture rate improves, so you can capture more research from the fauna. Okay. Scientist potency plus 3%. So your chance of generating a scientist from a clone is better. Advanced fauna traps. You're harvesting rare genetic materials, and lifespan increase makes sure that your clones live longer by 10%. Less mutation on scientists and even more upgrade slots. Okay. That's a lot of research, but I suppose that now that we've researched this, the game will want me to do something. Also, you can keep telling me that an anomaly has been detected and the light tower has been attacked, but if you could just highlight said light tower or highlight said event, that would be wonderful. Oh, this guy. Okay, piss off, would you? Let's see if the UV mode actually does anything useful. Because we're getting fondled again. By whatever the hell that is. Now, as long as I'm keeping this active, I'm burning a lot of coal. Thankfully, I am able... Oh. I messed it up. Okay, let's turn it off then, because right now I'm not exactly able to... Oh. There we go. Piss off. Thank you. Turn that mode off immediately and start reserving more coal. Speaking of, I have a lot of coal, but I'm not actually storing it. So let's build another fuel stockpile and make sure that we actually store the additional coal, because we're about to start running into our 150 research or gathering cap. Now the reason I turned this light down here back on is so that I can start gathering resources. But for some reason the game does not allow me to actually go and get this stuff. I don't know why, but for some reason it says the submarines cannot be assigned. If I do it like this, it says 3 out of 0. I suppose that we're now going to be getting the steel here. I mean, I really hope so, because there's still quite a lot of resources out. Oh, I shouldn't be using this one. I should be using this one. There. Okay. We still need to respond to the distress signal, and the amount of food that I'm getting is rather dire. So generating additional food is also highly, highly necessary. But because I had the light tower active, it started generating some issues. Like not having enough power. With that, I should now be able to start generating food here again. And that should immediately boost my ability to get the food back up to a reasonable level. The mess hall has been built over here. It provides recreation to 8 crew assigned to workplace buildings in its area of effect. That's the circle. And this one is now within the area of effect. The alloy furnace, so is the O2 gen, some of the power generators, the research lab, and the gene lab. Now, in your absence, off screen, I was able to get a couple of scientists. These are scientist clones, they're like specialists. And these guys do quite a lot of work because on their own they get an efficiency of 50%. The same can be said here, and of course I would very much like to have additional people working there to get more out of it. I'm also still trying to get more generalists. I've been able to get a deposit of King Dory, and these guys have less mutation chance relative to the spider crabs. So these guys I am hoping will give me, let's say, better crew with fewer mutations, and as such they will live longer so I don't have to clone as many people. 2 crew are even unemployed. How? That's weird. Also, if they're unemployed, why are they automatically going into the building here? The game really needs to inform me where those guys are unemployed. Like, what are they doing currently, so I know where to assign them. Anyway, we still got that distress signal to deal with. It's going to cost me a lot of resources, and right now I don't have the food to go after that, so I'd like to respond to a distress signal fairly quickly, but considering the situation, I think I simply can't. I think it is simply going to be an issue of tough luck, you're going to have to wait. Now, I genuinely have no idea where that crew is that is unemployed. Oh, this has been attacked. How rude. It doesn't say. It doesn't say where the crew is. Living quarters. We got a bunch of scientists living here. Oh, that's the deal. That's why I cannot assign them, because they're scientists. They need to be in a science lab. That's why they are not available for general assignment. Right. So if I can get that, let's say, tier 2 science facility online, that would definitely help. It's going to cost me 120. I should be there rather quickly. It's going to give me 50 science per day. It's going to take me, at this rate, what, like 4 days before I get up to that level, if nothing else changes. And if possible, I'd love to assign like a scientist to go here. Yeah, we got Cynthia Flanagan unassigned. 40% chance of success. The brine pool. The stress signal doesn't need a scientist. This needs a mechanic, which I don't have access to. This doesn't need scientists, and none of these need scientists, I think. This is just a general one. I need a general... Well, I need more general crew members. So that means that the brine pool is really the only one I can send people to, but it's going to take so much food. That's my concern here. So I guess the better choice is just to wait. 20% of crew unhoused for 5 days. Where? Because it's not saying where the crew is facing homelessness. I do believe I have enough crew buildings here. I believe that the game also balances where your crew is, depending on how many homes you have. Yeah, there's no active warning either. Sometimes this game still needs a bunch of tweaking. And I suppose that's not unlikely, because it is early access, after all. So it's only likely that we're going to see tweaks, adjustments, and improvements over the course of the span of the game. A little while later, I have researched the second research lab. So that's the standard research lab, I believe they call it. This is going to require 13 power. So I've also researched the upgrade to the coal generators to make sure they generate more juice. This is not going to take that much more power relative to what I have right now. And it does allow for 3 scientists to work in this basic science research lab. So I'm going to take this one down. And of course that means that this cloning lab is going, dude, where exactly did you put my oxygen? Well, my friend, you're going to get your new oxygen right through the other lab, so don't worry, it'll happen. This thing also allows for 2 modules to be attached, I believe. And with that, I can add 2 flat modifiers, or I can add another one of the modules that you can still research, which is under research the... where was it? The multiplier research attachment. It's going to give you 1.2 research data effect. So I can either add 2 modules for 16, or seeing as this thing generates 50, that means that 10% is 5 and 20% is 10. So I can add 20%, 20%. I think that's going to give me more science overall. But I first have to research that, of course. A couple of guys died at the research lab, which is weird because it's not even there anymore, and the coal extractor. 3 crew are currently unemployed. That is fine. This one I'm going to turn back off. And let's see if we can finally get one of the air scrubbers connected. Where does that need to go? Like over there. We have a... Yeah, this is fine. Okay, so we're going to connect that up. And this is going to give me a 10% boost to the air quality. Alright, we got 3 scientists working here for 50 research per day. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we are getting somewhere. Air quality, currently looking at 84, and that's with turning this thing back off. So if I turn it back on, we're going to take another 16% hit. But this thing should kind of stabilize that because it boosts O2 quality by 10%. We're still looking at about 42% crew happiness. They're definitely not in a great relationship with me right now. And if at all possible, I would love to boost that. But right now, I don't strictly know how to go about that. As for food, the carbohydrate farm still works. And this thing makes sure that low quality food... Crew with access can consume low quality food with no detrimental effect. Which I believe means that they don't lose health over it. Let's see how the crew is doing overall. Health on the crew looks fine. We got 100% mostly. 167 and 98 is 70. Yeah. And some clones, of course. Lifespan is going to drop for a couple... Well, not drop, but they're going to be done. Like Becca, Francesco, they're basically living on their last couple of hours. Which is weird to say, but that's the game. So, I think that it's time to start expanding and start looking for additional genomes that I can use. There are a few that I have discovered. I just need to go and have a look at what those habitats are. And I'm first going to explore the uncommon ones. So, let's set Joseph on a mission. And seeing as I have quite a lot of power right now, and quite a lot of oxygen too, Let's go with a protein harvester as well. There we go. So a quick expedition, and it should allow for very quick operations. Oh, we don't have enough O2 anymore, do we? We're supplying 16, we're demanding 17. I see the problem. I need to pull somebody away from another place of employment and push them here, like a coal generator. That should be okay. It balances out. The power goes down a little bit, but the O2 goes up. Becca just died. Crew happiness hovering around 40%. It's not stellar. Ah, Joan McKeever. Clone complete. So we got another clone. What do we got here? That is where the research sub went. Great white shark. Okay. You have me interested. I just need to ensure that I have enough power before I start building out there, and I do. And with a power location... Sorry, with a tower location, I should say... Oh, I don't know. Like here? I have access to all the habitats. So that's what I want to do. Put it there. It's going to take me a little bit of steel, it's going to take me some power, and I have a pretty good amount of resources all over the board. I'm gathering 7 coal per day. I'm using 10. So using all of my research, I can now ensure that the power generation is going to be a little more efficient with their coal. So coal efficiency upgrade, they'll use 40% less coal. And that translates to I'm only using 9 per day. So, let's see what this other habitat is about. Yeah, of course you need to be connected. My bad. Boom. Now you got juice, and now we got light. We got giant hatchet fish, and more giant hatchet fish. Okay, let's go and collect some of those. And of course, I also want to ensure that the population there stays fairly stable. So let's ensure that we also get a marine stabilizer in that general area. I want one here, there, and there? No. Let's go just with 2. Fortunately, these things don't actually take power or oxygen, just a bit of steel to build. And I want to see what I can get when I harvest the genome of a great white shark. I don't know what sort of shark people we're going to make. It's maybe going to give me a different class, like a mechanic, for example. Because I haven't found any genomes yet that will give me that. There's only 7 of them in here, so I gotta be a bit careful with what I send in. Let's see, if I give them a different... It is uncommon. I'm giving them spider crabs, not if I give them king dories. I'm not really seeing what the difference is here. Except for the fact that you don't need the standard bait. Because this, I think, might be a sort of tier 2 genome. And because of that, you're going to need a bit of a different... bait. Because they're not going to fall for the base one. So this is definitely going to need a marine stabilizer, considering how quickly the population here is probably going to decrease. And this one... Giant hatchet fish is perfectly happy going with basic bait. I don't need to give them anything else. They get 14 population, these guys only get 7, so I want to get the marine stabilizer up. Check power, we got 6 spare. It's not that much. How are we doing for O2? We're supplying 4, we're demanding 1. And this thing requires 1. So having a tunnel going here, and then of course an elevator, should allow me to get some crew in there from the main base. If you want to call it that. Yep, just there. This is going to hook up to the outposts, and this is going to lead to the marine stabilizer. Like that. And this way I can stabilize the population from both of these. I also wonder whether this would give me more food. Because I suspect that there's going to be a lot more food on a great white shark than there is going to be on one of the other creatures that we're currently trying to devour. Which is... What am I eating? This one? Rosefish. I'm not sure if that's how this works. Because it might just be because it is on an active habitat. And you're not getting any better or worse from it. Now, I'm really enjoying how much the science lab is giving me, because I got 3 scientists working there and a generalist, and I'm getting 50. So I think the next order of business should be to maximize the science that I'm getting out of that. And that means we're going to go into exploration. No, sorry. This one. And then the multiplier. Unlock that. Hopefully it won't be too expensive. Here. Multiplier is going to cost me a bit more oxygen, a bit more power, and plenty of resources. So that's fine. And I can attach both of these, which will make this thing generate a ton of science. That's the plan. There, we got the giant hatchet fish now as well. How is that going to impact what sort of genomes I can get? Because this guy has 1 use, 5% of generalist, 0 mutation chance. So that should substantially boost the life expectancy of my clones. Do I also have access to the sharks yet? Or have we not captured one? Yeah, I think we just captured one. No, we're about to. There. Great white shark. Excellent. Giving me a pretty damn decent chance. There's 10% generalist, 5% mutation chance less. It's a stabilizer, if you will. And sadly, it doesn't give me any chances of a scientist. I do need to find something that gives me more scientists, so that I'm going to be able to get those scientists back the moment that they start dying. Because they will. It's just a question of when. So we're going to get 9 mutations out of this, as opposed to a whole bunch more from the other ones. 61 days life expectancy, as opposed to what, 50, 55? So that's a substantial boost. And if I am patient, I can get another white shark in there and stabilize it some more. We do need to have somebody working here, though. So let's make sure that Joseph goes there. And this one is going to make sure that we don't completely dry out our great white shark pop. Because I really want this part to continue producing genome after genome after genome without it getting completely fished dry. Now I think that we might be getting more additional, some more replenishment than we're actually fishing. So this should go right back to 7. There we go. Excellent. That puts this at 100% population percentage. And this one is going to fish it out in about 15 seconds. Boom, we're going to go back, and we're going to go back up. Excellent. So, cloning time. Let's kick out another King Dory and put another great white shark in. And kick out a spider crab and go for a great hatchet fish. 40% chance of a generalist. Infinite lifespan. That sounds really good. Infinite lifespan? So we got a perfectly stable genome? That'd be really good. Also, we got a fuck ton of science. Yeah, let's go for the other slot. And let's see what else I can get. Exploration, I don't really care about. I got most of those things researched. The research that the game does want me to do is going for the oil well. So let's go for the oil drill first. Anything else I can do to boost my research output? The trench extractor can reach deep into trenches. I haven't even seen a trench, so I don't really find that I need one of these. And this is going to give me another genome. Okay. Let's not. Advanced fauna trap is going to give me harvesting rare genetic materials. I'm not sure if we even found one of those yet. What I am very interested in is seeing what resources are potentially out here. So let's do a bit more exploration. Let's build a sonar tower, which I can deposit quite far. Let's say here, just on the edge. It will, of course, require power, and it will allow me to get more resources. Group happiness is going back up to 48%. That's excellent. I really want to see what happens here. 3, 2, 1, failed. Crap. There's a 40% chance for a generalist, but if it works, then they live forever, apparently. That is, if I'm reading this right. So if I could just get the one guy out of this, I'd be perfectly happy, because I don't have to constantly keep cloning people. And Paul Logan. Okay, Paul. Tell me. Are you going to be down here? Here. Here. Generalist. Lifespan. Not available. So, he just doesn't die. We got a perfect genome. That's excellent. That means I can keep cloning these guys without risk of running out of people. Excellent. What I am risk running out of is quartz glass. Fortunately, there is still some here, I believe. No, there is not. Oh. What? Are you under attack? You are. Okay. This is problematic. I don't have enough quartz. I mean, I do, but only just. If I want to build another light tower, I will not be able to do that. So what I really need is to find another... Oh, hello. Is to find another source of quartz, and I need to be quick about it. Resource lens, quartz, 0. Is this scanning tower online yet? Yes, it is. Okay. Let's get resources. None. There's bloody nothing out here? Wow, that's disappointing. Okay, destroy it. Get steel back from that. Are we still under attack? Or has this thing decided that it's not worth the trouble? It's decided that it's not worth the trouble. Excellent. Okay, one crew member's unhoused. I'm now getting more crew members because they refuse to stop or refuse to die. Which is really good. Ah, we also got Matthew Gillespie. Infinite lifespan. Let's do this again. Still infinite. And I now can add 6. So if I'm able to find a resource that will give me more scientists, I can crank out even more science. Oh, this is not good. What? Here it comes again. Go away, dude. Not interested. There. There's a 35% chance that this will work. That's not good enough. I need more shark fins. Essentially. It sounds weird, but I just need the ability to get that stability. Fauna capture rate module, 300 research. Gonna give me research data 1.4. Reduces capture rate on fauna traps and increases research data output. I didn't even know that that was a thing. I got the science for it, you know, I'm curious. Let's go for this. So that means that on the... He's not interested. Does that mean that on these, I can now build an additional genome thing? Fauna capture rate. Nope. Okay, so it's gonna... That's a nice 1.4. This is a 1.2. I'll gladly take a 1.4. Problem is, quartz glass again. So I guess that is going to be the topic of the next episode. Finding more quartz glass. Finding a deposit of that. And if I have any, we're just going to have to try and build towards that particular site. So I believe that we know the location of one. There. The problem is getting to it. Actually being able to mine this. Let's see. Repair this thing. Just see if we can get it done. Why are we running minus 13 power? Minus 13? Yeah. The power demand is far high. Oh! The research lab might know something about that. No. It's not that bad. 3 buildings are damaged, though. Does that mean they're going to be less effective? That could be it. Anyway, we got... Yeah, we got power here. Can I use this? Yes! Go. Over here we have submarines. I'll take one there. I'll add another one here. It's only 52 though, it's not a lot. And if I want to use that, can I use a drill extractor on that? Unsure. Right, well, we'll just have to explore that next episode. This one's come to an end. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I feel like I'm definitely making some progress now that I'm able to start using a lot of science. Generating 60 science a day really helps out. And especially with those multipliers and all the scientists and now stable clones, I think we're well on our way to getting a very stable population. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon for more videos.